How do you assure stakeholder satisfaction? What do you mean by stakeholder? Unless we know who is my stakeholder, I can't do satisfaction. I don't know who he is, then how will I do satisfaction? So, to reach that satisfaction or to assure that satisfaction is provided, we need to identify. We need to first identify who are my stakeholders. This is my project, this is what I am going to deliver. Who are my stakeholders? I need to identify them. Who does that? The project team, the project manager, the engineering manager, all his team, all the people, project engineers, they all come together and they identify the stakeholders. After identifying, you have to classify them. I will explain you why you have to classify them. Now, there was a question about that. The consultant or my licensor. Suppose I am building a process plant and I have purchased a license for my process from a licensor. He has given me the basic design and he will do certain review. Does he need to get involved or does he need to review or study or my site safety procedures? I don't think I think he has limited, we can say, access or limited involvement in the construction side. He is basically a licensor who is involved in the basic engineering part, where he will provide his support for getting into the detail engineering and then the completion of the project. But how the construction activities, safety will be governed, he will not be much involved. So similarly, we will have to classify based on our requirements where the stakeholders are positioned. Now once we classify, we need to engage them. And for engaging, you need to have a strategy. Now we have so many stakeholders. We are doing a project where outside the boundary wall there is a village, and about 50 meters or so we were not allowed to construct the boundary wall. Even though the land belongs to us, we have everything, we got all permissions, the villagers stopped us from making the boundary wall. They are saying that there is a access village road or some old road, access road to them to go to the the city or town, and they said you cannot stop this road. It's not a road, it's like a street or path, kacha road. But villagers said no, we will not allow. They stopped. They made big hangama and all those things, and they not allowed us to construct the boundary wall. Now, are those villagers my stakeholder? Yes or no? The villagers who created problem, not allowing to make the boundary wall for 50 meters, are they stakeholders? See, stakeholder is somebody who either directly impacts your project or is getting impacted by your project, or who have the perception that they will get impacted by your project. So stakeholder is not anybody working in your project. Stakeholder is also those people who are impacting your project. Means all the people who work in your project are stakeholders by default. The people whom you impact, they are also your stakeholders, and the people who think in the future you will impact them, or in some way they will impact them, or they have the perception, they are also your stakeholders. That means those villagers are your stakeholders. Now, if they are my stakeholders, I have to engage with them. I have to involve them. Now, how do I engage with them? Why do I engage with them? Why do I involve with them? See, now they are already impacting my project. My boundary wall is not secured. I do not have the full access to my land which I have under me. Maybe something which I need to construct in that area is not been able to construct. Right? There is a chances of theft from my area and all sort of things. So because of this, there are risks emerging in my project. If there are risks emerging in my project, if my project is impacted security wise or cost wise or time wise, because of these people, we might not able to execute some work. We may get delayed. So they are a strong influencing stakeholder, and we need to engage with them. Engagement, how it takes place? Engagement takes place by communication, by involving them, by discussing them, by talking to them what are their concerns, by maintaining a rapport with them, and talking out what are their issues and how we can solve those issues. And not only engaging them for a short while, but monitoring their engagement, monitoring their position in our project. So for that we need to engage with them throughout the life cycle of our project. And there are certain, like for example, when the villagers have problem with our project, normally they come and ask like, we need your employment, you are building a project here, we are losing our land, we are not happy with the rates we got. So they will have all sort of problems. They will say we want employment or we want contracts. So whatever earthwork you do, please, we want the contract or we want some commission. So we need to involve them with the proper process. We need to involve them with our identifying our risks. We have to evaluate them whether they can do the job or not. Some way or the other we do involvement. You have heard of CSR, corporate social responsibility. Why companies do CSR? They do CSR so that there is engagement taking place with such type of stakeholders. And when there is stakeholders are engaged, they help you to promote your project, they help you with their support, and they help you to their goodwill, which will enable your project to proceed complete smoothly. So project management is giving us a system which is helping us to basically assure the stakeholder satisfaction. How? By identifying, by classifying, by engaging with them and then involving with them.